This week marks 5 years since a man was shot to death outside a bar in East El Paso. And as we approach that somber milestone, there is still no outcome in this case. Moises Galvan is accused of shooting 22-year-old RJ Franco in 2017. The first trial ended in a mistrial. And for the last 2.5 years, the case has been on hold. Now, a Texas state agency is investigating the judge for misconduct during the trial. The long wait for resolution in the death of RJ Franco is the topic of Borderland Crimes. The latest development in this 5-year-old murder case happened just weeks ago. On January 11th, Judge Marcos Lizarraga of the 168th District Court held an emergency hearing. Based on what he said inside the courtroom that day, it's unclear when or even if Moises Galvan will be tried for RJ Franco's murder.
Something happened on December 30th that, in my opinion, could allow Mr. Galvan's lawyers to argue that their client's rights are being violated in a way that could help Moises Galvan walk out of jail without a retrial of this case. On December 30th, I was served with papers by a state agency in Austin that threatens to remove me as judge of the Moises Galvan murder case. They even threatened to remove me as a judge.
The investigation is tied to his handling of this murder case in the courtroom. The crime happened on January 29, 2017. RJ was at Barfly in East El Paso with friends when, according to the police investigation, he and 19-year-old Moises Galvan had an argument that continued into the parking lot. Surveillance video caught the two men leaving the bar. Galvan, in a cream-colored jacket, exits first. RJ, behind him, is in a red sweatshirt. You can see Galvan approach RJ. RJ's friends follow behind, and then shots ring out. There's no audio, but you know something happened because people in the parking lot suddenly begin to run. RJ's dad, Roger Franco, learned about the shooting hours later. His son's friends began calling him.
Roger, you need to get to Barfly because something happened to RJ. My phone kept going off. Some of RJ's friends call me, Roger. RJ's been shot.
Investigators say Galvan admitted to shooting and killing RJ. Galvan said he did it to save his own life because RJ was attacking him. The narrative angers RJ's dad and mom, who say their son was a star athlete at Mottwood High School, where he graduated from in 2013. He was easygoing and had lots of friends. Hundreds attended a candlelight vigil and memorial at Mottwood days after his death.
Very well loved by his teammates, by his coaches, by his teachers. People were just drawn to him.
The trial began 2.5 years after the crime in May 2019 and lasted nearly 4 weeks. But before jurors could deliberate the evidence, the trial fell apart. The defense objected to a question the prosecutor asked Moises Galvan when he took the stand June 1st. The defense said asking Galvan if it was true that he always carried a gun created bias in the jury. The defense asked the judge for a mistrial, and Judge Lizarraga granted the request.
We're there looking at each other and asking each other questions, and it was just, I couldn't understand.
But when it finally was declared a mistrial, it was disappointing. But we hold on to our faith and know that there are bigger plans, bigger than us.
The murder case of Moises Galvan was scheduled for a retrial in August 2019, then pushed to January 28, 2020, the eve of the 3rd anniversary of RJ's death. But it was delayed again. On top of that, the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and the state of Texas halted all jury trials in March of 2020. As for this case, no date has even been proposed for the retrial. In the latest episode of my podcast, hear more from the trial that stunned RJ's parents. What happened during the Galvan trial that led to the state investigation into Judge Lizarraga, and full details of the numerous complaints lodged against him. Lizarraga, who has been the judge in the 168th District Court since 2011 and has run unopposed every time, denies all the allegations. A murder case, a mistrial, and misconduct allegations. You can find the episode of Borderland Crimes wherever you listen to podcasts and right now on KVIA.com.